Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about Red Bull and Mercedes comments following an incident during the Qatar Grand Prix, as well as a penalty verdict that's been issued. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. Now, as we know, in the Grand Prix, McLaren had the fastest car, and they looked set to take a 1-2 or a 1-3 at least. They were just so fast around the circuit. However, due to a major strategy error, Oscar Piastri finished in P2 and Lando Norris finished in P4. And if you want to find out more, I'll leave a link to a video I've done in the description. Now, after Norris made his final stop, he came out in P5 behind Carlos Sainz and Kimi Antonelli. He did have fresher tyres than the cars in front, but found it very hard to pass Antonelli. And the track, it's very difficult to overtake on the circuit, and really you have to be around a second a lap faster to make a move going into turn 1. But Norris just did not have that pace and was stuck behind Antonelli lap after lap. But then on lap 56, Antonelli made a mistake at turn 9, and Norris was able to make his way through up into P4, where he finished the Grand Prix. Now, as we know, Max Verstappen won the Grand Prix, and had Norris finished in P5, Norris would have been ahead of Verstappen by just 10 points going into the last race of the season. But due to moving into P4 right at the end of the Grand Prix, Norris is now 12 points ahead of Verstappen. So a crucial 2 points for Norris, and that's because for Verstappen to win the title in Abu Dhabi, he's got to hope Norris finishes P4 or below during the race instead of P3. And that's of course assuming that Verstappen wins in Abu Dhabi. Now, after Norris got past Antonelli, Verstappen's engineer told Verstappen over the radio, "Not sure what happened to Antonelli. It looks like he just pulled over and let Norris through." And Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko went on to tell Sky DE, as quoted by Racing News 365, he let him pass. It was too flashy. Now, I think this was just a clear mistake from Antonelli and nothing else. I mean, going into the corner, he looked out of position, and then through the corner, he just ran wide. It was just an error. There's nothing more behind it. And now Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff has severely criticised Helmut Marko for his claim, with Wolff saying, as quoted by Racing News 365, "Bless him, Helmut. This is total and utter nonsense. That blows my mind. We're fighting for P2 in the championship, which is important for us, and Kimi is fighting for a potential P3 in the race. And I mean, how brainless can you be to even say something like this? It annoys me because I'm annoyed with the race itself. I'm annoyed with the mistake at the end. I'm annoyed with other mistakes, and then hearing such nonsense blows my mind. The other thing beyond losing points in the Constructors' Championship is that I spoke with Verstappen's race engineer Gianpiero Lambiase, and I said to him, he just went off. He had a bit of a moment in the previous corner, had less entry speed into the left-hander, put the gas down, and at that moment, which can happen, lost the position. So with GP, everything is clear. He said he didn't see the situation, but why would we do this? Why would we even think about interfering in the Drivers' Championship? I mean, you need to check yourself whether you are seeing ghosts." But let's move on to Oliver Bearman, and he did not have a great race, with him retiring from the Grand Prix. But during the Grand Prix, he was handed a very severe penalty, that being a 10-second stop-and-go penalty, and this was for being released in an unsafe condition. And now the stewards have issued their verdict as to what happened, with the stewards saying the stewards reviewed video evidence. The left rear wheel was not attached to the car during the pit stop, and the car was released and moved such that the rear of the car was at the end of the pit box. The regulations provide that the car must not move from the pit stop position, and we determined that the definition of the pit stop position is the position where the car is normally located when it is stationary for a pit stop. Therefore, a breach of the regulations has occurred, and this breach requires a mandatory penalty according to the regulations of a 10-second stop and go. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.